Hello there, people. Bear with me. I am absolutely shitting it in case nobody is watching me. You know, absolutely shitting it. Does everybody like IPS? Itchy bum. Am I ditched? Just bear with me, people. I'm going to start reading through some of the comments. Obviously, this is just a spontaneous. So, I've not had time to catch up on a lot of the comments, so I'm going to do it right now. It's always good, gives us a wee couple of subjects, points to talk about. Sorry, bear with me. So, I'm being told the usual same things again. People, let me know if any of the stuff that I put up gets recommended to you, and start noting what kind of channels are being recommended to you, because myself and a few other people are getting videos popping up when we're not even subscribed to any of these people. So we'll talk a wee bit about that, and the crew that is going on round about us, the same old crew, just reworking it. Again, I hope people are realising what the fuck is happening here. Many of the things I spoke about right at the start, and many of the things I tried to maintain, trying to disassociate, encouraging people to be individual, stand on your own 2 feet. Don't let people generalise. If you're representing the truth, anybody you're coming into contact with, make sure they're representing it too. Because what we're going to start seeing, I think, is, hang on. Sorry, 2 seconds. Where was I? Right, anyway, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to go to some of these comments right now. I'm going to go back a couple of videos and see how many are there. So will we go? Have I been there? Right, so I'm going to start with Flat Earth Glasgow University interviews, part 1. But before I do that, I'll just give a wee kind of rundown on what's going on here, who I am, what I represent, if you're new. Basically, this is a platform where we do not know where we live, what the full dimensions of the Earth are. We are people who realise that the claim that we were born into, that the Earth was a globe flying through the infinite vacuum of space, is utter nonsense. It is programming, brainwashing from a religious cult. Religions are not just what you think they are. There's many aspects to religion. So people like myself questioned it, looked into it in great detail, believed it was a globe, tried hard to convince ourselves that it was a globe, and failed to prove that it was a globe. All proof, measurable, natural science tells us beyond any shadow of a doubt that we are on some sort of a level plane. That level plane could be contained within any shape. It could be whatever. The point is that we know that it's level. We don't know how far it stretches or whether there's inlets and outlets at various points. It's an ongoing investigation. That's pretty much it. If you think you can prove the globe, let us know. The same as any other point on this platform. If you want to make any claims about people, reality, whatever it is, you can state your case and provide your proof. At any time, you can message me to arrange that you're going to come on. We are actively looking and pushing. We go to universities. We are trying to draw anybody from the academic world to come on camera to have a discussion. The only thing that can solve this is for people to have discussion. No debates, no arguments. It's about the objective reality. So it's only discussion. So we encourage anybody to come forward. I have been searching for anybody here on this platform, social media, YouTube, Facebook. If you know any professor, anybody who claims they are a scientist, physicist, whatever you like, ask them if they're willing to partake in a film discussion. They can arrange where it is. We will sort out any money that's going to cost them to get here or wherever suits them to have the discussion filmed. So we don't shy away from any discussion here. The criteria here is if you're making claims, about reality, you have to prove it. It has to be natural science, observable, measurable, testable, repeatable. I'm not into fairy stories or excuses, okay? It comes down to simple terms, especially when the majority or the common man, it comes down to simplistic, simple terms, right? You make claims, you tell me you have a pink unicorn that is farting a magical force into existence that is keeping us all stuck to the outside of a sphere. You better fucking show me that, you better prove it, okay? If you told me you had a pink BMX, I would still ask you to show me it. It's no different. It's not complicated either. You don't have to be, involved in a PhD or studying for 15 years. If you want to be a specialist in one particular avenue of expertise, then fine. In order to assess the world that you're actually living in, you don't need any of that. What I would point people to straight away is fluid mechanics. Okay, simple physics. Understood and applied for a very, very long time. Undeniable. Tells you everything about the possibilities of where it is you're living. Okay? I know it's hard for some people because they can't get the images out of their mind or the videos, and I still see absolute morons bringing forward video and images, especially in places like Facebook. Okay? Now, physics, natural physics, trump any image or video you can produce, especially in this day and age. So they have to be excluded, right? Especially when we have contradicting video of high altitude. But even if I want to go down that road, vacuums, pressurized systems against vacuums without any solid separation, pish. Absolute fucking nonsense. So knowing that in basic physics, knowing that it's applied physics every day of your life, you should know that that's fucking bollocks. So whatever they're showing you, whatever they're telling you, it's no, what they've actually said it is. So I'm going to read some of these comments and I'll get to some of the points about what's going on with some of these fucking characters again. And I think I'm going to need to fucking go live every fucking day, twice a day, just to keep in there, just to keep on the heels of these fuckers, right? If you're still blind to what's going on, and if you're still contributing to it, you need to have a fucking word with yourself. These clowns don't represent the truth, right? You need to be fucking very suspicious and be very, critical at everything that these clowns are up to. So, I'm going to go and read some comments out. I'll get to the chat. I'm going to read some of these first, and we'll talk about some of this shit that's going on. So news first, where are we? And just to clear it up as well, this is not about religion for me. I never arrived at this through religion. I arrived at this through critical thinking, understanding science, digging in to try and find out what the fuck is going on. I didn't come here with any wish or hope for it to be, you know, noosphere. I'm only interested in the truth. I've represented that from the beginning, and I'll continue to represent that until we see this through. If these fuckers get their way, if you keep giving them attention and the power, they're going to shaft you. And people like me who want to discover real truth are going to be shafted out of that as well. Rab CTR, if you want to see curved water, have a look at a bubble and a spirit level. Very disingenuous claims to compare the level of water in a small bottle with the curvature of the oceans. As for images of Earth from space, all the NASA images from space missions are available to look at and download, including the images taken using the Hasselblad cameras. Right. Rab CTR, for fuck's sake. Curved water on a fucking spirit level. That's meniscus. Right? We know about that. But it does that and it sticks. Wee tiny drip. Right? The bit you're missing, my man, is that liquid doesn't support itself. When it starts to gather in a body, right, it levels out, and the surface keeps pushing down and leveling out. Right? Nobody's claiming that the Earth's a fucking bubble and a spirit level. Nor do we claim, or anybody I know claim, that it's a drip or a raindrop. It's a big fucking rocky place, right? With canyons in it that are filled with fucking level water. Stop denying reality. Go and research fluid mechanics, right? Understand basic physics and stop fucking embarrassing yourself. Go and understand the physics, and then you can throw out your images, because see, your images and your videos from your fucking religious institution called NASA, they don't match with natural physics. So who's wrong? Eh? As long as I can produce images of Superman, a fucking unicorn, Spider-Man, whoever you like, that is, you know, we have to doubt reality because I can produce these images. I don't know why it's so hard for people to grasp that water is the #1 measuring tool, the #1 proof for telling you where you live. Okay? You live on a higher bit of rock compared to the level water. And here's a thing, I'm going to say this, and we'll see if anybody jumps on it, but what I'm going to do, just to show, because I know that it will, I'm going to get a glass case so that I can put a camera in it that's taller than the camera, so that I can submerge it into a body of water, you know, a large pond that's perfectly still, so that I can get the middle of the lens right down to the eye level, right down to the level of the water. And I'm going to show you how things are obscured. Right? Just to shut you up. I don't really need to do that, not for myself, because I know that the water's level. If the water doesn't flow anywhere, it's contained and it's level. If it's flowing, it can curve and it can flow and it can have waves in it. Waves in motion, right? But the body, the standing body, doesn't flow anywhere. So, and people can play it down. Oh, it's just, you keep saying the same thing about the, well, it's the best fucking proof. It's the most accurate and best measuring tool anybody has. So they can play it down all they like. That's just because they fear it. Akoyo Erikura, this is amazing, thank you. Again, these interviews I've been pushing for different avenues. Me and Gav were away to Glasgow University again. There's things coming up. We need to keep trying. I keep trying radio stations, any mainstream media. I know somebody had sent me a message about some phone in place. I'm going to have to check that out. I'll charge that phone up and I'll check it out tomorrow. We need to, keep pushing. Everybody who's getting out in the street now, I mean, it's incredible and it's great to see. I just hope that people keep it up. They keep representing the truth. My only problem is people who don't. Once I get through this, I'm going to talk a wee bit about that as well. Wizard 101.3, the firmament is God's creation, Jesus is Lord. Well, I would say that we are in some sort of creation, right? But whose it is, what its purpose is, are still, for me, not answered. And I'm not going to jump into any belief or assumption to know or claim to know what that is, right? Especially when I have a look at the place and I see the very nature of the place, right? There is no resolve here. There is no fucking happy ending, right? It's survival of the fittest. And if you're bigger, you're going to eat that. I mean, what is it you're worshipping? This life, this creation? I would be very, very sceptical and careful about worshipping anything like this. I choose what I value, right? And the overall picture of this fucking place, I don't value it. It's got pretty bits in it. Nice things to look at. A couple of nice things to experience. But the overall view of it, and people say, oh no, but people can make it better. I'm not talking about people. Look at nature, what you call nature, which is another assumption that this is all there is. This is Mother Nature. You could be in a fucking cupboard somewhere that's part of something bigger, something vast, and you're, oh, I love my cupboard, my special cupboard. Oh, Mother Nature cupboard, I love it. I love it. That's a problem for me. That's when I see the depths. People don't really go too deep. They get to a certain point and that's enough for them. And I still see that in people. Fair enough if you want to love this place. If you love it, you shouldn't have a problem with, other people preying on you. Stop fucking moaning about it. Just get back into it and accept it. Mark S, keep going, Dell and the rest. Cheers, Mark. Laurie Mayer, spread the word. Great work. Also mentions submarine telescopes. How could they see around the sea if it's a globe? If you take into account the supposed coverage of the globe, lol. Well, we know that, mate. We can use a periscope in a submarine or any other vessel because we know the water's level. And so does the fucking military. I mean, you design these things because you fucking know that. It's just the sheeple. They don't have a fucking clue. And again, this compartmentalisation. Not everybody in the military or every teacher or every scientist has to be in on this. Sometimes they don't realise it until it's pointed out to them. And that's where the activism is important. We need to start taking it to places where we can activate individuals who are maybe prominent in a position that can help to take it to the next level. But to take it with respect and to take it sincerely, no running in there with all sorts of fucking mad conspiracy claims about every aspect of reality. Stick to the science, stick to the facts, understand it. And again, I'll get to that once I get through these. Chris Hayes was really a good interview, guys. Really well done. Great to see more of Gavin in film. I think he's a great and communicates well with people. Thumbs up. Thank you, Chris. Greg T, the Polish girl was annoyed because Copernicus was Polish. There wasn't a Polish girl in this one. Unless I misunderstood, I thought the two of them were French. Tiernan, I'm just waiting for Professor to come out and scream, stop brainwashing those girls with truth. Well, you know, that's a good point, Alan. You know, I went deliberately, we've been going deliberately into these universities and on the campuses to interview the students, to try and draw out any lecturers or professors. Where are they? Huh? Never mind these fucking trolls, these internet saviour trolls. They're no worth discussing anything with. They're no worthy of discussion. They have proved that over and over again. So people here are only interested in the facts of reality, what the real science is, what's measurable. The reason we're not seeing any scientists or physicists or any lecturers is because they know they're going to be absolutely fucking embarrassed if they dare come on here and try and say, hey, curvy water, rotund, jelly-like wobbly oceans. They know they're going to be embarrassed. Right? It's only faceless trolls because they have no recourse. Nobody knows who they are. Apart from a few stupid ones. Godthor, if you don't use the scientific method, you are not an actual scientist or any kind of scientist. The scientific method has no preconceived agenda, and you guys most certainly do. No, we don't. You show me the scientific method that shows you a standing body of water conforming to the exterior of any shape, or a negative and positive pressure system coexisting side by side with no solid separation between them. Right? Because that's real science. That's applied every fucking day of reality. So don't come here trying to insult my fucking intelligence, right? And claiming science. Because if you knew science, you would know exactly what I'm saying. As facts, everyday, testable, observable, repeatable facts. Godthor, level is parallel to the Earth, so level is actually curved. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Right, God, that's enough of your idiocy, son. I suggest you go and look a wee bit deeper. Stop coming here and embarrassing yourself. Let's have a look. Oh, no content, no subscribers, fucking usual. I got Tom Janovic, the French girl on the left. Yowza, goodness, such beauty. This one desperately could have used a better quality HD cam. I think John's camera was alright. Sexy girls, I'm not going to bother with all that. Kevin Livingston, so you only rely on things you can observe. Show me the edge of the earth. Show me the edge of the flat earth. I mean, is there really still people out there that say these fucking stupid things, man? Would they say it in person? I mean, is it just because I'm so far down the line and been into it for so long that it's just fucking astonishing to me, the stupidity? Yeah? Show me the edge of the flat earth. What, the cartoon picture in your mind? You show me somebody who claims here that that cartoon picture in your mind is reality. Once you can do that, I'll answer that question. Fuck me. Well, Kevin's in again. Why would they need a round window to deceive you? They supposedly CGI everything else, but the earth needs to be physically cropped out using a round window. Ridiculous. Well, maybe back then they didn't have that kind of quality of CGI. And manual was the better way. When you're a trickster, you'll think it anyway to deceive people, my man. Right? There's fucking millions of charlatans out there who would make you believe that they have fucking incredible godly powers and they can perform real magic. And absolute fucking gullible morons like you believe it. So, round windy, darken the room out, film the round windy. Oh, there's a round circle. Shit. Kevin Livingston again. Flat Earth is a new con man's shell game. What bollocks? Do you know what? I'm just going to fucking delete your piss, you fucking absolute twat. until you get something fucking sensible to say. Who was it I seen? I think it was Dan Pratt saying about turning his comments off, you know. And I have this thing where I think, you know, I'm just going to leave these comments and leave these fucking trolls so that I'll get a chance to point at it. Because as I say, they put the comments in there in the hope of swaying anybody new coming. Right? But you can only hope that they see things like this and see these responses, or they're clever enough to look past it. That's what I would hope for anyway, you know. Edward, wow, you really are really dumb. How do you fly over Antarctica then? Fuck are you talking about? Rogie Aramis, a plain tea must be planned. Pianeta in French, Spanish, I think that is. Anthony Margaret, nice to see two people not reject the truth when they hear it, even though they clearly thought that flat earth sounded ridiculous at the start of the video. Well, as we all done, you know. Can only hope that they go and have a look at it. As I say, there are some people, and this is the thing, you know, there's many people who it doesn't really matter. You know, the depth of thought doesn't reach that far in order for them to have any care about what shape it is. So, you know, there's a battle, I think, for the attention of the masses, right? And it's just a matter of what message gets there. So that's up to you, that's up to the people, on what message you want to get there. For me, it's believe fuck all. It's believe absolutely fucking nothing. The only thing that's going to satisfy me is full exploration and full disclosure. Tear down the fucking lot. The military and all these clowns better start representing and working for the fucking people. Transparency. No fucking about. Shen Zwan, good work, thanks, thank you very much. Stephen Englehart, should redo the intro though. Ishra Dunn, damn, love that intro song. Can I find it somewhere, please? Thank you. It's linked in the description. Dan Dapper, funny dogs, looks like he is driving. Oh, that's right, you guys, Scotland and England driving the wrong side of the road. My grandfather was from Scotland, Douglas Stewart was his name. My daughter's name, Scotland, nothing to do with the country though. My wife just liked the name. It's the name she has had for 18 years now, Scotland Elizabeth Dapper. I'm German and Scots, my wife is Italian. German, English and Native American from the Comanche tribe in Texas. Don't mess with a Comanche, you will get scalped, lol. Anyhow, love what you and your team do, Del. Love your work, Del. Reminds me of what Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron have been doing in the States for years at universities, except they get young people to think about who they are in Christ. Not mocking the flat earth movement at all. I'm on board as I do my YouTube videos. YouTube's on the flat earth too. I like the song at the intro, but do you know where those words about the truth will set you free came from? The ones who wrote the intro song obviously don't know because they say they don't believe in God. I'm sorry for displaying this fucking, you know, I get this continually about this lyric in this song. Don't believe in God. Well, I don't believe in any of the fucking gods anybody has to offer. Right? None of them. None. And neither should you. Wake the fuck up. Where are you? What the fuck is going on? Stop making assumptions to know because you've got faith in a fucking book. If you have faith in the book, fine. Right? But pull together, right? And let's explore the fucking place and see if we can find out. Then you can falsify or verify your book. As for your gods, I don't accept any of them. None. I have got serious questions about what this fucking reality actually is. Whose creation it actually is and for what fucking reason. Right? Now you can go on and on and on about your books all you like. They have no relevance to me whatsoever. I was not born with a fucking book in my hand. I was not born with instructions tattooed or built into my fucking system. Right? It's an exploration. It's ongoing. I agree the place is designed. By who and what, I don't know. I certainly ain't going to fucking worship it or this place until I know. And if I don't know, I'm still not going to fucking worship anything. I'm not going to have any beliefs. None. Please stop encouraging people to have beliefs. They are mind viruses. They serve you no purpose. None whatsoever. Base things on your direct experience. That's the only thing to keep you clean, to save any confusion. So you've went on about a load here from, quotes from the Bible. As I say, I'm not disrespecting anybody. You're free to believe in what you like. I discourage belief, right? I don't believe in any books. There might be things in the books that you can correlate to reality. Fine, right? When it comes right down to the full objective truth about creation and whose it is and all that stuff, I'm not interested. Right? And if you keep assuming, you're going to end up in another fucking trap. Omar von Gimbo, you might enjoy this little publication from NASA, particularly the summary. I'll open it up and have a wee look. If it's something long, I'll read it when I'm finished. It's a derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model. Denny Mahoney, that was fun. They may now be natural scientists. Well, they were anyway. Let's just hope that we have triggered it in them to have belief in themselves. No belief, but understand themselves and have the confidence to actually look at reality. Because up until that point, all they had was, blind faith, total belief. Lazy Diamond 369, remember Tesla. Hey guys, have you got an email I can contact you on? It's nocurve@gmx.com. Hang on, I'm just going to stick the light on. I think I'm darkening it here. Marshall, are you there?
Oh, I'm here, mate.
Is it dark here in this?
Yeah, it's getting darker, mate, but everybody's used to that, dude, so, Whoa! That's right.
There we go.
Ah, there we go, sorted.
See my ugly mush now. So I'm just going to continue with these comments right now. I'm going to come to the chat in a wee second for a break, see who's there. So bear with me right now till I get back to these comments. John Vincent, the girls were willing to engage. Awesome. Truth of seeds planted is always a good thing. Very nice video. Cheers, John. Uppercut Dell came across a site called VidMe. This vid is up on that site too. Maybe an alternative to YouTube. Check it out. I typed in flat earth and there it was. Cheers, Uppercut. Stu Ned. I love that they will do their own research. This is a brilliant example of how to open the discussion. Thank you, Dale and Gavin and John. Boxing Clever round 2. A ship is on the equator. They have run out of fuel. The captain works out that there are 2 land ports the same distance apart, one north and one south. The captain, being an intelligent man, decides to turn the ship south, turns off the engine to conserve what fuel is left for docking, and lets the ship free flow downhill all the way to the port. That's how it works in a ball or globe, unless you use magic formulas to say that the ball becomes an even flat plane regarding water, and going uphill requires the same amount of energy as going downhill. Fucking retarded magic formulas, exactly. Well, in physics and everyday observations, slopes and hills, that's the way it is. But Relativity. You know? Check that fucking nonsense out. They needed that for their fucking ball idiocy. Because it's just like you say, you know, in order to deceive people from actual, factual, observed and tested, common sense, everyday reality, they had to come up with this sophist fucking crap. You know, trickery. I wish you a great blessing of God. Sorry, this is Gallery Sunflower and Stars. Check out the amazing video of Truth About the Earth, the Sun, Month and Stars. It is a great testimony of God's love to the people. Please also, for those people who, you know, I need to get back to this. You know, knowing that it's a design. Oh, and the stars are beautiful. Oh, and he done it for the people. I mean, you know, you're just looking up at the fucking lights in the sky. You still don't know where you are. And who made this place and for what reason? I know that you want people want it to be something positive and loving, right? What if you came for that place and you ended up here because something tricked you into it? And once you realise that you might get back to that loving, nice, fuzzy place, I mean, I don't know. Think about it though, before you go jumping in your beliefs and assumptions. Please also, for those people who still do not know the Lord Jesus Christ, we have experienced great blessing. It was donated to us by my daughter's life after a very heavy injury. Was whittled by a car, which did not give it priority. It was 40 days in a coma. She underwent 2 brain operations. She had to learn to walk again. Doctors have recommended to disconnect from equipment. It's great, the grace of God, that it continued to maintain her alive. I started to attend a photo shoot great distances on Earth, and God allowed me to take a great witness of this perfect Earth, Sun, Moon and Stars. Everything is alive from God. I wish you a blessed day, George. Well, George, I hope that your loved one has a full recovery. And I'm going to subscribe to your channel and have a wee look at your video. And I'll have a listen to it. You know, metaphysical things, things in unseen, right? There may very well be loads of it going on, right? No ruling it out. But it's no tangible to us right now. We are in a material realm, right? With things going on here, right? You have these senses and this common sense apparatus in order to discover it and find out what the fuck is going on, right? So let's just get to that. Ditch the fucking books. Lee Sizzler, nice video, thank you. Jesse Bongo, we have perpetual war where huge numbers of innocent people are murdered. There is extreme poverty and starvation throughout the world. Child trafficking is rife. The planet is owned and run by a relatively small band of psychopaths and sociopaths, and yet people want to debate whether the world is round or flat. For fuck's sake, is a flat shithole any different from a round one? No, you know, they're not any different. But all these things are relative to it. It's all part of the same deception. Putting people in fear, keeping them in bewilderment, pulling the foundations from them, that then allows and breeds these schizophrenic, psychopathic, fucking mental paths to come to fruition, you know? You need to think a wee bit deeper. It's like, aye, there's fire going on. Oh, let's look at the fire, let's look at the fire. But no, the source. We need to understand the source and how the fire's created in the first place. Right? So aye, I know there's all this stuff going on in the world. I've figured that out. I've experienced it, so have many other people. Right? When you start to look at what's going on, it leads you to this. And of course, if you're having people in fear and confusion and want to control them and use their energy to your benefit, you pull the foundation from them. You make it confusing so that they are in fear. And then people, once they're acting from emotion, will act in all sorts of crazy ways, right? Because they're not operating from logic and reasoning, right? They're acting from emotional impulse because they're in a place of fear and stress, anxiety. The Urantia 001, I love seeing the light bulb appear above their heads once they get it. Brilliant. Shane Corning, to the religious lady, don't worry, it fits the Bible also. Isaiah 4:22 says circle, that's 2D, and Isaiah 22:18 says ball. So Isaiah knew the difference. See, Dell likes the science approach, which is fine, and I see no lie he is spreading. Well, that's it. You know, if it is referenced and things are referenced in your books, then, you know, I don't deny that. As I say, I've explained what parts I have a problem with. You know? Leo Regulus. So with the popular flat earth models out there with the sun circling above the plane, does the sun speed up when circling the outer perimeter over a ship? Nobody here claims that. Go and ask people who claim it. Hammer 6, NASA is the monster. Yeah. But again, you know, it's only because people allow it. Like any craft. If I craft something and I put it out there and you want to buy it, that's not my problem. That's up to you if you want to buy my craft. Jesse Bongo, can any flat earther please explain why no aircraft pilot has proved the theory by flying off the disc? That's only if you claim it's a fucking disc, right? And pilots, just like everybody else, operate within certain guidelines, right? They don't just go fucking willy-nilly flying wherever they like. BZAP, new video explaining Curved Horizon on my channel, check it out. Curved Horizon, I will check that out. Don Trader UK, I've seen this one before. It's getting more and more retarded each time. I'm just going to delete that because it is absolutely pointless. Who's coming to meet us? This is the name of the next comment. I enjoyed this so much. Thanks. Keanu Collis, the most beautiful young woman on YouTube, Flat Earth. Let's hope the research, learn, realise the real lies and spread the word. Great piece. Cheers, Keanu. Adverse Lewis. How you guys do the interviewing is brilliant. Just a normal, peaceful conversation instead of bashing each other's head in. Well, that's what happens when you have, you know, clever people who want to have discussion. The nonsense that you see only happens online. That is where the PSYOP part of this is applied through these accounts and this portrayal of a false dichotomy, two opposing sides. Natural science, you know, dealing with objective reality, it is only one. There is no two sides to it. It is what it is. So it's just a matter of discussing that and realising what it actually is. Authentic intent, cheers mate. I'm encouraged to see others out there hitting the streets, offering truth and knowledge to the public. I would really appreciate any feedback you could give me to be better at the same thing. I have over 40 hours of street interviews and enjoy talking to new minds about flat earth. You are valued. Well, authentic intent, I'm just going to subscribe to you right now. And then I will check out these street interviews. So just going to open that up so I have it. Just having a wee look here quick. So I can see some there, one in University of Minnesota. So nice one, I'll check that out, authentic intent. I say, it's great to see these other channels just popping up, and people getting out there and doing it. It's awesome. That, you know, that was it for me. You know, just trying to get people, showing them my method, showing them how easy and how you can engage with the public, hoping that that would just encourage enough people to be brave enough to go out there and do it. And it has, you know. And a credit to everybody who has went out there and done it. It's superb to see. Just keep at them, you know. Say, don't sit back and expect anybody else to do it. If you have an opportunity and you think you can do something, just do it. Whatever it is, you know. Von Ishii, if we can't believe a scientist, a person disciplined in the scientific method, then why believe a mathematician? If you're of the mindset that one is capable of lies and deceit, then all are. Well, of course they are. That's the whole point of this. This is what I keep saying to people. Understand what science is. Understand logic and reasoning. Understand how their arguments work. You know, what they were trained in, what they were taught. You know? But the main point, understand and separate the subdivisions of science. Don't let people just throw science at you. Natural, formal, social science, what are they talking about? You know? When we're talking about objective, factual reality, it's natural science. Right? We're talking about people and dynamics like that, and cultures, social science. Mathematics, language. You can tell lies. You can make nonsense up with it. So, that is a huge part of the globe. Mathematical fucking jargon that equates to absolutely fuck all in the real world. Scotland's flat. This was just absolutely great. Great work, Dale, John and Gav. The truth is spreading. Cheers, Scotland's flat. It certainly is. It's another channel, Scotland's flat. People check it out. Sean McNamara. Oofed French accents though. 33, Dale, you're a legend, but you already knew that, right? Fucking legend, me like. Just a guy trying to find out what the fuck's going on, you know, and represent the truth. LL Cool C plays a fit. So we've got a few admirers of the two French girls. Dorian 345, 6 minute intro is way too long. Chris Flyer Jackson, another great interview. Love Gav's legs in his old photo too. What legs? Nice one, Dale, Gavin, John, Anita Holman, thank you. Phuket Word at 26:03, the girl on the right suddenly gets it. Awesome to see that reaction, it certainly is. That's always a party that I like. And I still, you know, I partake in them and I don't video them. I still like chatting to people just to see their reactions and have that interaction with people. You know, I just feel as if we don't have to video, well, I don't have to video everything. You know, as I say, the whole point of me was just to kind of show a way, a method, how I use it, and that was it. Will Phobian, hey guys, nice job planting seeds. Dale, I hope to connect with you today live at 2:30 PM or so my time. I would enjoy a chat with you, mate. I have nothing but the utmost respect for all, and I too am putting together some handouts and questionnaires for people, and I plan as soon as I get my P900 to do street interviews. You can really see a change in people when approached in this way. I have one YouTube channel devoted to truth and the flat plane we live on. Thanks for all you do. May the Creator bless you always. Warmly, Bill, Maitland, Florida. Please send me the link so we can hook up if you can. Thanks again. 3 cheers, gentlemen. Well, we'll sub to that channel right now. If you hear this, it's nocurve@gmx.com if you send a mail there. If anybody wants to speak to me, you know, just send me a message here, and I'll get to it. I see that there's other messages there that I'm going to have to get to as well. They're in the message box. So, Stay Clinton, the earth is flat. Certainly is, but flat means it's an ongoing investigation here. Level with high bits and low bits. On a level. I don't know what that name is. Listen, stop doing with little fish. You should engage at very big social activities while we're trying. You know, I'm working on ideas right now. So, as I say, we go to the universities deliberately to try and draw a reaction at them. Because you're not telling me that none of them have seen any of this. Right? If they want to come and put it all to bed, they would do so. But they know they can't. So, and they know that they might lose their position, they may be scared of that. So it comes down to people like us, just to keep spreading it until enough people are aware and asking the right questions. And then once they know that the people are there asking it, they might be brave enough to step forward. Right? But right now, there's not enough. We need the majority. Not the majority, but close to it, you know.
I'll get a question chat, dude, from you mentioned that a channel with 40 hours of street interviews, and people are asking which channel.
I read it out. Authentic Intent.
Authentic Intent. I'll search it out and put a link in, dude.
Yeah, it's hang on, where can I get? I'll just copy it here. Where can I put it? Can I paste it into the chat box? What? Aye. There you go, people. And I'm just going to read out another couple of comments and I'm going to come to the chat and see who's here. Flat Plane Explorer, excellent, nice one. Cheers, man. Don PTV, cracking vid, guys. Those girls were lovely people as well. Hope they look into it. I got a feeling they will. Hats off to you. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Don PTV. Tonio Suverat, some of the best points I've ever heard made regarding the shape of our Earth. Cheers, Antonio. Skids Whole Shot, great, love it, peace. DD, love it, cheers. Without leaders, a true natural scientist would never jump to the conclusion that the Earth is flat when he has not verified it for himself. Well, many times have I got to say it, right? It's a level plane. It's covered in water. We know it's level. It's a container of some kind. What's out there and beyond? I don't know. Well, there's access points, exit points. Who knows? If you doubt it and you want to, you know, falsify how liquids behave here on Earth, I suggest that you go and do that. Right? Away and get a potato rock. Fling a bucket of water over it. Let us know how you get on. I know that sounds simplified, but really that's how fucking ridiculous it is. Fluid mechanics. Go and research fluid mechanics and then test the fluids. Let us know what you come up with. If you find something different from what is claimed here, more than happy to hear it. Sir David, standing on the grass at Glasgow and you could be at Oxford or Cambridge. One thing all the students also have in common today is the student debt. Great film, lads. That's the thing about these buildings, and that's when I started to look into a few things. The Papal Bull came to my attention when me and Gav went to the Glasgow uni the last time. Then I started to ask questions. Well, who actually owns the universities? You know, and how did they come about in the first place? And I started looking into things like the Papal Bull and how, you know, it was handed and granted for them to establish and have that. So it tells you a lot about the channels and, you know, how these things came about. But, you know, a lot of people already knew that. But some of these documents and some of the details of how it comes about and what it actually entails is quite interesting. You know, people can go and look it up. I may do a vlog on it. I'm still having a wee read at certain things and trying to find some stuff out. So it's worth looking into. Jigsaw would have been more interesting if you interview a teacher from the school. Again, we are trying. If you know any, you know, contact them, get them here. As I say, I'll say it again. Anybody who's interested in a film discussion, face to face, you can bring their cameras, whatever you like, whatever people you like. We sit down, we have a discussion, and we sort out what's actual science and what's fucking pseudoscience, what's reality and what is fiction. Right? It's only been 2 years we've been asking for that. The only thing we get is internet trolls who are as thick as 2 short fucking planks. Right? I'm sorry, but sorry, were you going to say something there to me, Marshall? Did I hear something there?
No, Uncle Dude, my mic was muted.
I must be hearing something. I'm hearing things, mate. Legend Luck 3. I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe your mate has an honours in anything. A first-year physics student would slap you if they ever heard you say the sentence, water stays flat and level, therefore the earth can't be a globe. Why? It's fucking physics, you fucking moron. I would have hoped the person with an honours in physics would tell you why you're so mistaken, but no, apparently the guy with real degree in physics has the logical capacity of a 12-year-old, certainly. So all you've offered here is an attack on the man, right? And acted like, because you want to shrug it off. That's how water behaves. Take your head out of your deluded arse, right? Get up off your lazy, slack arse and go and fucking investigate it. No physics teacher or physics fucking master or scientist or lecturer or anybody with any kind of functioning brain is going to come forward and say, aye, water's curved, round shapes, without any practical examples. Only fucking morons, only sophists who are out to push an agenda would claim things like that. Right? L Wills NZ, thanks Delgav John. Those girls pick it up real quick. Let's hope they do. I'm a mushroom, good up until they start trashing religion, which is very popular. I've never seen anybody trashing religion. You know, people are entitled to it. It should be separated from empirical fact. If you decide that you're going to put your whole belief, your whole being into a book, that's fine, that's up to you. This question and this subject that I'm involved in doesn't require any of that. This is about the objective reality. So if you want to take your God-given senses, right, that your God that you want to worship, that you would worship and thank for giving you your senses, do them a justice and fucking start using them. Do you really think he wants you to believe a fucking book? Huh? If he just wanted you to believe a fucking book, he would have built the fucking book so it was stuck in front of you like that, and that's all you ever seen your whole fucking life. No. You've got them, and you've got that in there, you've got that, you've got them, you've got that. Okay? Use them. I'm going to bash anybody who comes here with any beliefs and tries to push it to me that it's an objective truth. Right? That's where the problems come. You can have your fantasy, your beliefs, whatever you like. Right? Don't try and push it onto everybody as it being factual. And that they should just believe it because it makes you insecure that they don't believe it because you have invested so much. And if the other people don't believe in it, it then threatens your depth of belief. If you're so deep into it and you really do believe it, fucking toddle on and go on with it. You should be totally secure. No caring what anybody else is believing or not believing. Simply creation is observable proof of a creator and religion is worshipping the creator. Unfortunately, there are thousands of wrong religions worshipping false creators, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. So let's just agree, right, that we can agree, yes, it is created. It is a creation. We know that things happen. We know that designed, created things that work like that have to be intended. We don't have any practical example of random nothingness exploding and creating things from fucking nowhere. It's preposterous. You trace it back logically. Mind has to implement it. There has to be intent. So let's ditch all the fucking books again. I'm repeating this and just fucking go and find out using the senses that your God gave you. Maybe he wants you to use them to go and discover them. Maybe he's waiting for you to realise this is all pish here, right? That you've been duped into this, and that you can return any time you like once you let go of this fucking bollocks. What if that's the case? You really need to consider that. Bobber, it was an honour to watch another great, fun and peaceful video. Goodbye Globe Earth forever. Let's fucking hope so, Bobber. Baptiste Barabbas, much love, thank you. Rock Vibrations, I love this one, guys. Great dynamics, lovely girls too. I don't think they will ever forget the day they questioned everything. Great production, John. Love the now and then pics of Gav. Cheers, Rock. THC gets you high, helium gets you higher. Cheers, Dale. You're a real man speaking what we all should be speaking. Test it, prove it, repeat it, and then have someone else do it. The fucking truth, mate. Health to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Glad you see it. Martin Brown, how many people did you edit out that told you to fuck off, you crazy delusional idiot? None. I've never had to edit anything like that. Neither has John. None. It's only because you're an insecure, fucking probably a controlling, insecure twat. You can come up and say, fuck off, you crazy delusional idiot, all you like. That's a fallacy on anybody's part who does that. Most people are quite intelligent that realise that that would be a fallacy and that they would look fucking stupid. But you're another faceless fucking potato. So none. And I would show it. If anybody came up to me and says that to me, I would just point to it and say, you know, nice logical fallacy. And be calm, because I can be calm, because I'm smart enough to realise that they're the fucking morons. Fucking son. I'm not even going to fucking read these. We don't know what they are. We don't know what the luminaries are. We don't know what's going on, right? There's loads of investigations still to happen. Don't let anybody push their gish gallop onto you, that you should somehow have answers for them. Right? You don't. It's an ongoing investigation. We need to start here at the roots and figure our way out from that. Okay? Top video, Dale. What brave girls love the dog? That's G-Lo. Thank you, G-Lo. Platonic Forms, Deep Thoughts Radio, episode 203, NASA's fake ISS. That's a link. MV, Flat Earth 2, Globe 0. Well, you know, as I say, this term, the Flat Earth, you know, in hindsight, but I knew it was trending and I knew that's what was being used, so I had to keep using it. It's an ongoing investigation into the full dimensions of the level plane that we find ourselves upon. The full dimensions are still unknown. We could be we could be inside the sphere. I say that all the time, you know. Who knows? But it's not a dichotomy of, you know, us against them. Don't let them push that to you. You know, I've always been saying that to people. Don't let them push us and them and it's that against that. It's no objective reality and real science is not about, you know, two opposing sides. You know, your subjective experience of something can be debated. You know, your interpretation of things can be debated. Objective, factual reality, laws that you are subject to, you can't debate them, right? No doubt that to infinity and beyond, no doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead, Dave from London. Nice one, Dave. Fly Earth and other hot potatoes. This is so good. Thank you for doing this. They weren't expecting you were doing a globe debunk and then laughed, but then started thinking. It always seems to be the case. It's, you know, it's the usual reaction. It's the same for me. You know, fuck off. You know, we can see if it's space. Till actually start thinking about it. You know? To infinity and beyond, whoever controls the past, controls the future. True knowledge is to know you know nothing at all. Dave from London. Well, that's everything that I've always said, Dave, you know. Base things on your direct experience. Be a direct realist. Take nobody's hearsay for anything. Right? Somebody wants you to believe something, you should just believe it by their emotional sway or whatever means they're using. Watch out for them. Right? James Mountain, I was born in 1986. Love life, it's crazy. Well, it certainly is a fucking roller coaster. I'll give it that. What parts of it I love are for me. It's parts of it that I do love. We'll get to that. George Watersdale, I have a degree in mathematics. I would gladly explain to you all and your viewers why the Earth is a globe. George Waters, we don't want fucking explanations, my man. Anybody can sit and tell a story. I can explain to you why at the centre of the triangle Earth there is a unicorn with a huge arsehole that everything is being sucked into. But there's a blockage, and that blockage is just enough to stop the suction getting into its arsehole so that we can live upon the outside of the triangle. Just enough of a suction to keep us there without crushing us or sucking everything in at the centre of the unicorn's arsehole. Explanations mean nothing. We don't want fucking stories. I won't even mention NASA or try to explain what a composite image is. I know that winds you up. And so does your explanations. You're going to come in and explain to me with your sophist fucking nonsense. Water does conform round spheres because numbers and stuffs and pictures. You get nothing else. That's not how liquid behaves. So, huddle on. You can explain to some other gullible person who's willing to listen to your waffle. I'm not interested. Miles Davis still not got the balls to talk to someone who's prepared for your bullshit. Well, Miles Davis, you have been on here a couple of times. You had ample time to prepare yourself. You came on and actively tried to deny reality. You refused to accept facts of reality, and therefore the discussion goes no further. I cannot discuss anything with a reality denier. Right? There is no discussion to be had. You are a religious freak. Right? You want to push your religion, that being a globe, heliocentrism, and you want to defend it. TheDailyPlane.com, great video, thank you. Cheers. Melissa Hughes, great. Justin Payne, hey all you fucking dipsticks that believe in flat earth, what are you going to say now that the poles are starting to melt? What is going to hold back your ocean now? You wake up in the morning with pea-size awareness, you're going to have pea-size sense of knowing. Justin, you believe that there's a fucking ice up here and there's ice down here and there's all this water in between and it's a big hump of fucking water. Who gives a fuck if the ice caps melt, because you know what's going to happen? All the water's just going to push to a bigger hump and it'll all just sit there as a big fucking hump out in the middle of the ocean. We've got nothing to worry about. It's a magic earth. The water just piles up on top of itself like that. Don't worry. Gross Christ. Obviously, there is a standstill of development of people's intellectual capability since Eratosthenes 276 before Christ. Bolsterous, superb lads. Patrick Doonan, take a bow, guys. You have been mentioned in dispatches for services above and beyond, etc. Well done. What that is. Jebediah Springfield, what a couple of lovely ladies. Polite, didn't try and belittle the conversation. Well done again with these on the street interviews. Again, it's how you're approaching people. They see, you know, your eye contact, your body language, they feel your intent, your presence, and then how you're articulating and speaking to them. And again, you know, that holds them back for just instantly ridiculing things, because they see that you're logical and you're critical and you're of sound mind. So they know that there's something valid in what you're saying. And that's part of it. That's part of how you hold yourself if you're going to speak to people. Plays a huge role, because whether people are conscious of it or no, they're reading these things. Body language, eye movement, seeing if you're confident. You know, all these things are happening on a level that they might not be consciously aware of. You know, I'm consciously aware of it when I go and do these things, because I know what I'm looking for. Right? So, you know, and again, the people who react through that, you know, unconscious thing that's going on, you know, the reactions can unconscious as well. So they might just be, you know, oh, rubbish you off when you're trying to engage with them. Red Machine Kiernan, two smart, beautiful girls too. Hope the research more, lads. Let's hope so. Mike Tomo, I love watching the light bulb moment when they realise it's flat. Debating. Nice job, gentlemen. Cheers from Canada to you and the nice open-minded ladies you spoke with. Thank you. Can't fucking read tonight. I think it's too much sun. Replice Celebri, well done. The Outlaw, God, I love European girls. That's kind of why I married one. David Blackson, home run. Jed, not going to like those girls having common sense. Scott Box, you passed my house and party. Good video. Scott Box, should have waved. You should have given us a wave. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to make a wee smoke and I'm going to come to the chat and see who's here. Where are we? Bear with me. Where the fuck is it? Here we are. So hello everybody. I see there's a few here. Hope for Truth, how you doing, Mr. Dobot? Mohammed Amin Dryway, cheers and thank you from Morocco. Great to hear somebody from another place in the world. Blue Mystic, how you doing? White Wedge, Pi de Pad, Denver Mason. So anyway, I'm not going to get caught up. I end up getting caught in what people are trying to talk about. Magumba, how you doing? Crying Box, Father Crying Box, how are you? The way Dale opens minds to Flat Earth with his interviews, and they then come here to see their video and see the stupid, immature comments left by Flat Earthers, and I bet they run fast away. I don't know what stupid comments are being left. And we have found Tim Osmond. Unlucky for you. Chris Murator, how are you doing? Who the Fox at? Hat, howdy. Flat enough, cheers from Scandinavia. Dale, how are you doing? Another part of the world, good to see. Red Machine Kieran, if you stand on the mountain here in Newcastle County, down you can see Dublin 150 miles away. Shouldn't be possible in a ball earth. Ball earths don't hold water anyway, but all observations are good. Denying the globe, that is. Steve H, hi Teen, I have started my activism, put my first video on the other day, nice one. So anyway people, I'm going to go back to these comments and get through some of them. White Wedge, you're currently in France as well. Nice one. Uppercut Dell sub 66, just saying. Right, I need to get back to these comments. I'll get through these as quick as I can, and I'll see what time we're on in regards to the phone going on and maybe having people on to have a chat. Annie Quets, this one goes straight to my heart at 22 minutes. She explains so well how our education system works. My brother's kid has same age and studies philosophy. As 2-year-old, he asked me at the breakfast table if all dragons could fly. It was an easy one for me. Drew a few dragon bodies, length, weight, measuring dragon wings. And now I don't have the courage to draw him flat earth. So if you guys could please accidentally bump into my brother's kid. Yeah, we'll get there. You know, it's coming. As I say, I'm going to speak a wee bit about what the plans may be, because we are seeing an increase in the activities of these new characters appearing. For me, you know, Itchy Bum and the crew are obviously trolling for whatever means. Whether that be to a point that they're going to try and ridicule, or they're going to lump other subjects in with it and then try and associate all flat earth with certain taboo subjects. You know, there's a few things to be thought about there. We'll get through these first. Joe Cosgrove, bro, should I say Mathemagic? Cheers, Joe. Brendan Ward, natural science is no equal. Brilliant observation, lads and lassies. Thank you, Brendan. Rick Woods, well done, Dale. Proud of you and Gav. The wife enjoyed that. Cheers, Rick. Tommy Thomas, great interview, guys. Greetings from Poland. Nice one. I was interested to hear how it was going to start going through Poland as well. So again, you know, here we're hearing different, you know, we can take it, we'll take it as people are real and they're telling us where they're from, you know, with no reason to say otherwise. So for that, it's a good gauge that it's getting everywhere. We'll get to that and why I think if anybody was to postulate that we're going to try and ridicule it and take it down in any type of way through the media, the mainstream, I think it's too far gone for that. And for me, it's about another deception. That's where I'm leaning towards. That's where I see this going. I'll get there in a minute. What's your last? Oh, sorry, Flat Earth Portugal Terra Plana. Great job, my friends, and those two beautiful young ladies revealed a high degree of open-mindedness. Two potential flat earthers, keep up your excellent work in divulging the truth. Cheers, Flat Earth Portugal. Yorkshire Lass Tracy, what a lovely open-minded young ladies. Nice one, Dale, Gavin, John. Thank you, Tracy. Geocentric Engineer, awesome guys, thank you. RJ, two very intelligent young ladies. I hope they research it more. Yep. Faku Marbella, another awesome one. Many thanks, Dale. Thank you. Dave Freeman, you need to show a flat earth map. No, we don't. We don't fucking have one. So what am I going to show them? A fantasy. Something that I've not verified or falsified. You don't need to show them anything. You just say to them, it's an ongoing investigation. We're waking up in a position of captivity. You know? In order to establish what it actually is, we have to explore it. Fuck being politically correct. I don't. The song at the beginning is well good. I really like it. Cheers. That's Alistair's song. I think he's referring to. Dave Freeman, Loch Ness is 23 miles long. Get a telescope at Fort Augustus to lock in the doors and check for curvature. I am 15 miles away. The water's not curved, Dave. But if anybody wants to go and look at it with binoculars, by all means. You know, I don't need to. You know, this is what I'm trying to say about breaking these things down. And when people are running with things, you have to pull things back and actually look at them. Good times for all. Well done, gentlemen. I love the moment they realise that you are serious and educated in the topic. You both do a wonderful job of always reassuring them. You are also fooled and not ashamed by this, almost as if you had been at this for years. I bet you have always spoken to strangers when stuck together for a brief moment in passing. It's a true gift that should be practised by more. Again, very well done, gents. Well, good times, aye. It's a method that I've always had. It's a kind of natural method for, you know, how you're looking at the world. You look at kids, how does that work? Why does it do that? Aye, but why does that happen? And then why does that? And why? You know, you should always keep that, but they're stifled and told to stop that. So, and good times for all. Does some good videos on perspective and how things start to blur, even on a flat surface, which is one of the things I'm going to set out to show, as I explained at the beginning, with a body of water and submerging the camera so that you can get it right down to the lens being right there in the water, and we'll see how things are obscured. Trev Dawson, great production on this, really easy to watch and understand, and it's bound to have new viewers as Aurora and Clarice's friends will want to see. Many thanks for all you all do. Well, let's hope that they do see it. I'm still hearing about people being unsubscribed. I'm still hearing about people not getting notifications. I know that things are not coming up in people's recommended. Like people who I know who only have a couple of channels and they mainly watch like here and maybe another channel, and that's predominantly what they look at on YouTube, and even that, their recommended list is still, you know, everybody else apart from what they're actually looking at. So Scott Walker, these girls are smart. They're actually questioning your pseudoscience claims, and we don't claim any pseudoscience. Fluid mechanics, established, known, applied, understood for a very fucking long time. See the house that you're fucking sitting in probably right now? Huh? Do you know why it's fucking straight up and down? Great job, guys. That's how it's done. Callum Moffat, thank you. Andy Caston, George Lucas made Star Wars in 1978. Oliver Ibanez, great video, guys. Thank you, Oliver. Martin Potter, great video, guys. Something odd though, as no notification, and I cannot see this in my today's sub videos to watch. You have to click on your channel. There you go. Just as I've said that, I've came to that comment and somebody else is saying it again. So we know that something's going on. As I spoke about before, you know, I have always tried to represent the truth, and the truth is a real fucking threat to any manipulators, right? And if they've got something up their sleeve, which I think they have, that's why this is suppressed. Because if it was just time for revelation and all the secrets are going to come out and they're going to be brought to justice, then what would it matter what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to keep pushing to people, prominent figures who I still don't see removing models and these claims and putting people in the real position of we don't know, we need full exploration and full disclosure. We need people educated back into how to critically think, how to assess reality, in order to stop people acting from emotional impulse and start logically thinking about what the fuck's going on. But yet I still don't see it, right? Because it's in these fuckers' interests to keep people in confusion so that they can be used for their ends. Barry Spencer, great song. Who is it? It's Alistair McMillan. The link's in the description. West Coast Wisdom. What a fantastic piece of work from you all. Thank you, Dale, Gavin, John, and thank you, ladies. Everything's spot on. It would be great if they contact the Hangout on Saturday. Peace, stay level. It certainly would. Horizontal Existence. Great interview. Open Minds. Barbarian Uno. Beautiful. Catone V. Way to go, my friend. You and your friend were superb. Thank you. Dave Freeman. I was born in Glasgow and the River Clyde goes downhill to Millport. Certainly does. That's how liquid behaves. Adam Eves. Great work, you guys. Cheers, Adam. Road FFM. I want to meet this girl. She can even speak German. Ein bisschen. Please contact me, girl, if you read this. Haha. So, hang on. I'm going to make a wee smoke. Marshall House things, what's happening? I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to make a smoke here.
Ah, bit of light trollage, dude, and surprisingly, no proof of a globe, apparently.
All right. Who have we got?
I was really hoping for that tonight.
Who have we got?
In the troll department, I think Jem's left the building again because he couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Who's that, Jem?
Yeah.
Well, you see, I went to one of these troll videos, another one of the trolls, the sophists, and I put there again, and I offered to help this Jem Panda chappie who is in the UK. Very familiar voice. I just can't quite put my finger on where from. Who has been active in his sophistry and his trolling for quite a long time now. And I have offered any one of these people to meet, to discuss on camera, right? Without hiding behind your screen and running off and making hit piece videos about, you know, the street interviews. Why don't you become one of the people, right? I'll interview you, you interview me. Face to face. You bring your people in your camera, I'll bring my people in our cameras. We video it. I will not edit it one wee bit and I will upload it. If you want to prove your globe and you want to prove us wrong, why don't you do it? You've been here for fucking 2 years spouting the same fucking nonsense. Get your wee mush on the camera.
There's a few comments in here suggesting intimidation. I mean, that's just, I mean, that is a joke, right? That is a ridiculous statement to make.
Intimidation for what?
Well, that these anonymous trolls they're too intimidated to show themselves or interact directly.
Why would they be so scared? That tells you their guilt, because they feel as if they've overstepped certain marks that you might lash out at them, right? That's their part, right? That's them projecting because they know that they've overstepped the mark and that they're pushing fucking crap. So they try and use it. Oh, we're scared. What is there to be scared of? We have shown, you know, that we're decent people, calm, rational, logical people. We can have discussion with strangers about anything. There's never been any violence, never any aggression towards anybody on either direction. No excuses. You can keep making the excuses, but all they are is just making your religious globe look even weaker and pathetic. And those who still try and prop it up are in the same pathetic category, right? Weak, crap, pathetic nonsense. Don't sit in your wee circle jerk claiming that you're so rational and intellectual and scientific and that we're in the circle jerk. We are out in the street taking it to anywhere we can, offering you the chance to come face to face with us. That's not a circle jerk. That's people who are willing to be challenged to take it to the next level. What do? You and your buddies sit in your circle jerks. I went to one of the troll hangouts, this Earth discussions. I says, give me a link. Ignored it. Started rattling on about Jesus and wanting me to represent some religious claim. Because when it's not scripted, they're scared. And they know that if they let me in, I'm going to show them up to be absolute fucking morons. So, any troll out there, Jem Panda, come forward or shut the fuck up. Don't keep coming to my fucking chat box, right? You've been called out, you've been offered. You come here and you don't take the offer, you're just a spineless fucking gimp. Same as the other chaps that you hang about with.
I think we should mention Adblocker because he's been in this evening as well. He was given a direct request for a link the other day. So
yeah, is he in the chat now?
I don't know. I think he may have gone though.
Oh, aye, we with our tail between their legs. I say, you know, you don't. This is the thing. You sit and listen to them. You sit and listen to these people, and it's all that, you know, circle jerks and dogmatic. You know, as I say, we go into the street. We go to all these universities. We're trying to draw it. BBC, STV, radio stations, newspapers, anywhere we can, trying to get the discussion happening. And if they want to be these saviours, if their whole work in the last 2 years' effort is to put people right because, you know, the earth is a globe and people are delusional, don't spend 2 years on here when you've got somebody who has people watching, you know, that people will watch the filmed discussion. I'm sure everybody that's involved in this would love to see that. So your opportunity's there. Your opportunity's there to shut me up.
I've got another one of Jeremy's sock accounts, and he's saying, "Please tell Dal I responded to your request for a meeting."
Where did you? Where did you respond to it?
It's not in the No Curve account. So yeah, Jeremy, send it over to the nocurve@gmx.com.
nocurve@gmx.com. Send us confirmation that you are actually going to, you know, meet and have a discussion. And then we will arrange the location. You know, we'll even do it to suit yourself if we have to travel. Let's make it happen. Nice one. We're going to fucking hold my breath right enough because I think you're just full of shit.
Well, there is a track record there, dude.
Of what?
Of these trolls talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to save some sort of face, but that's it. You know, just keep calling these fuckers. Everybody, don't be scared to call out whatever you like. You know, I mean, just fucking call them. Call their bluff, right? Because what it does, it's going to show how fucking weak and pathetic they are. Because I seriously doubt that any of these fucking muppets are going to get from behind their screen and actually show face. I hope they do. I hope they actually see it through. I think that would be wonderful. I would even love to get him and the other trolls all together at the same time. To see that ridiculous, stupid look in their face. As I say, you know, had these clowns on the platform before, but again, it's in this setting and they're anonymous. They're just, I mean, the Jeremy boy came on drunk one night with an absolute fucking arse himself. So on one of the earlier hangouts, you'll see it if you go and look for it.
Right, Jeremy, I'm binning your sock, mate. I've got no mail from you. I've got mail from somebody else who obviously...
Just give it the chat box and stop spamming the chat box. If you're serious and you're going to meet up with, send us a fucking email and let us know when suits you and where, right? And we'll be there, right? Stop fucking bumping your gums. Where you go. So, Jonathan Roberts, no, thank you guys. You're awesome. Great video, as always. I know you hear this all the time, but due to watching your interviews with the public, I have been practicing in my area, Northampton, UK. However, where I live is a bit of a rough place, so it's very hard finding people who don't have the potential to become violent. I would suggest that you don't get that in your mind and you don't have that running through your body language and in your eyes, you know, because, you know, people will feel that and read it from you. And if you've got somebody there who's looking for a bit of that, or they want to prey on somebody, you're going to get it. So I would, you know, you have to get with confidence, the right attitude. After many failed attempts, where I've had to scrap them because they're not appropriate. All they've done is make me stronger and allows me to sharpen my skills. Like today, for instance, I went to the park, a huge football field where many people walk their dogs, and I started filming, nothing in particular, which was intentional, in the hope someone approached me. And to my surprise, an older gentleman, I'm 40, he was about 60, walked towards me. I knew he was heading my way because I was in the centre of the field. Anyway, he came over and asked me what I was filming, to which I replied, well, nothing now. My battery is so low from what I had been viewing. At which point I explained the situation. Thanks, guys. If it wasn't from watching you, I would have never had the flat earth arsenal I do now, or the Socratic method on how to use it. And although he didn't believe it, I think he had the same problem loads of us had, in not being able to visualise what was being presented. But he genuinely was interested, so I gave him a card. I had written some channels on, yours and Eric's, and some short proofs. Next time I have no excuse, and I shall be filming and uploading. Thanks once again. The globe is dead. Don't get me wrong, I hope that the transition from round to flat will be easy, but it won't on purpose. The elite want it that way, so we fight it out between ourselves, more divide and conquer. Bastards. They're even trying to tar us all with the same brush by saying flat earthers are anti-Semitic in order to make us all look like Nazi sympathisers. Well, that's one of the issues, you know, that's one of the subjects that they may try and use. I'll get to that and the possibilities of what they may try and throw. Don't get me wrong, Eric's a great content provider and has the gift of the gab. However, to call your book The Atlantic Conspiracy with a boat falling off the edge of the world doesn't send the right message. Okay, we all know the score, but people looking into this for the first time who see this will tar us once again with the same brush and laugh at it. Well, that's why, you know, it was important for somebody like me to get out there and try and represent the real people, the common man, and push a different message and hope that that's what prevails. And it doesn't matter what you know everybody else is doing and what other subjects you look into, or what somebody might decide to use and then, you know, generalise across the whole flat earth question. It's still going to be a fallacy. If we're still having enough people who are critical, we can sit and we can point these things out. It's not going to prove the globe or anything like that. So we just take it as it comes. Watch what they're going to throw at us and what they're going to try. As long as there's people who represent this message and stick purely to the facts, it'll be fine. Right? Just don't go getting wrapped up in any of these fucking saviour characters. Many have and said that it was these very things that put them off instantly. Well, again, I would point it out to them and say, well, just because there's one subject you don't agree with, that doesn't represent the actual point about what shapes the earth. So again, it's not about the man. This is why it's important for you to be an individual and articulate yourself and no throw other people at somebody. Because if somebody has, you know, it's not in your control, that's a, you know, if say it's a friend and you're putting it with somebody and then they find a flaw in that, you know, you could have avoided that altogether by just understanding it yourself and being able to articulate it. I get that not everybody can, but I would be very careful about what you're sharing and where you're pointing people. And if you're pointing them to places where there is some of these other topics, tell them beforehand, you know, that, oh, there's other topics involved with this, but that's great information. Just look at that part. Anyway, to me it means nothing to me because I have eyes to see. Well, that's exactly it. I just hope others do. Well, I nearly forgot, when you took those 3 guys in, that was amazing, Dale. Everything happens for a reason. If you don't mind me asking, tell me to do one. If so, would you have done the same before your flat earth awakening? Yep, I certainly would. It's just me. It's my essence. It's, you know, helping people if I can. No seeing anybody suffering or in a needless situation of suffering. But again, I'm not a fucking mug. I apply it to people who I know that it's genuine. If it's genuine suffering, genuine hurt, I'm not into these fucking whingers and attention seekers. You know, I can see through that pish. So I'm empathetic and I'll extend my support to anybody when I know it's genuine. So cheers, Jonathan. James B, good stuff. They were a great pair. They certainly were. Martin Strange, a fantastic interview. The girls were interesting, open and intelligent. It helps that they were gorgeous as well. I'm sure they will appreciate that, Martin. Bogwood Moonrocks, good stuff, lads. I made the mistake of trying to debate with 20 engineers at work. Yeah, you made the mistake of entering into any kind of debate. If you feel like getting to debate where somebody's and it's back and forth, you're really not going to get anywhere, you know. Sharpen your tools a bit better than that, I would say, and find a way to get the seeds in without it turning into that, especially if you get 20 on them, at the same time. Oh well, it seemed like a good idea before I started. Maybe not. Oh well, maybe I broke them down a little. I'll have another go again soon. Keep it up, lads. That's it. Just keep at them. Just keep throwing the seeds and trying to plant them. I've been there. Mike's match, good stuff and nice girls. I like how open they were and that they weren't so brainwashed as many other people. I hope that the truth will enrich their lives and that doesn't kill their levity. If maybe they dig deeper into the rabbit hole and find out all the evil stuff that is happening in this world. Hugh McIntosh, Top Banana, Platonic Forms, so much I like about this video, guys, very well done. A subtitle for this might be Debunking Scientism's Magical Thinking at Hogwarts Using Induction and the Socratic Method. Thanks very much and please keep these coming. Nice one, Platonic Forms. Enlightened Gaming, awesome job, man. Keep spreading the truth. It's coming. It certainly is. Well, there's change coming. We'll call it change rather than truth because I fucking highly doubt that the actual full transparent truth is coming. No, you're naive to think that you'll get the full truth. And that should fucking enrage you. Not just, oh, we'll never get the real truth, so therefore, fuck it. No, be enraged at that. You should have the full truth. John Booker, it's taking you a long time to get around to questioning qualified personnel like marine captains and navigators, Dale. Why? They sail on level water. Are they going to deny that the water's level? Are they going to say that it's like a rotund, curved ocean that they're going... Probably in their mind. As soon as it's pointed out to them, they would realise. Your pal said it was on the agenda. What's the hold up? Well, excuse us, John Booker, for not meeting your fucking demands. Another sign of narcissism, you know? Overinflated sense of entitlement. We will get to it. John, you just have to be patient, okay, son? Trisha J, brilliant, lovely girls. Thanks, Trisha. Hope you're doing good. A-Runs, Plain Truth, inspiring to say the least. Cheers. Leslie Beckwith, love, love, love this. Thank you, Leslie. Eric Dubai, tag team, brilliant. Crystal Shift, ooh la la, Sebon. Days go by, if I walked by, I would have thought Gav was a director and Dale was the actor, and they were trying to recruit actresses. Porn has ruined me. Levi Foster. Is beauty an objective truth? Because I think I am looking at it. I think the interview was good, but can't really tell through the schoolboy crush. Lol, only half kidding, guys. Great job. Wow. So this is White Wedge. Two amazingly open-minded, clued-up girls. That certainly got them thinking. The story that Aurore mentioned about people that were killed for saying the earth is flat has been taught in France for many years now, as my dad is French and he was taught it as well. By the way, the camera work was great, especially the car shots. Great work, guys. Hats off to you all. Well, that's it. You know, they reversed that. If they were trying to implement the globe, you know, any prominent people around at that time who were going against that probably would have been wiped out. tactically it makes sense to me. You know, if I was to be put in that position and that's the type of mind I was, of course you would do that. If somebody is threatening your agenda, you take them out. Deep inside the rabbit hole, 2 new people that are aware that they live on a flat earth. Now they will tell 2 people and there will be 4 and then there will be 8. Well, let's hope that's the way it keeps going. Seems to be happening, and as it grows it's going to gather pace, and I think we're feeling a wee bit of the pace going now, especially with the amount of new channels and comments coming and people from different places in the world. Northern One, nice girls. Channel love it, Dale and Gav. Not too sure about the stockings and the graduation photo. Just watched it on John's channel. Sorry, but 5-star guys. Thanks. Get part 2 up ASAP. I'm getting withdrawals here. PS, have you had any more thoughts to a flat earth poster design for subscribers to print out and pin up worldwide? Totally went out of my mind, man. There's that many things going on and that many things to keep up with in my life right now that it's so difficult, but thanks for the reminder. I can't design a poster, but there are millions of bloody good designers out there that can. Put a word out Saturday night for them to come up with the one. See if there's any response. We spoke briefly last Saturday night on your show. Catch you later. Nice one, Channel Love. You know, I've put it out there again and I'll probably mention it again on Saturday. Leeds Rules, great video and good to see you guys together in an interview. Cheers. KK Westbury, 2 thumbs up. Kazimierz Bankowski, brilliant, thank you, man. And Dramatic Ambition Deutsch sprechen, yep. Brenda, for fuck off. Why did I don't need this Google thing on just now. How do I just turn that off? Harry Growler, what a production, great filming, John, fabulous, Kilt, Gavin, Dale, nice work. Aurora and Clarice will take Paris by storm. And Dramatic, hope these girls will continue, start their own research about that subject and other stuff as well, so that they will actually see and realise how bad they have been lied to. Great activism again, Dale. Love it, keep it up. Thank you. Days go by, yay, hope it's part 1 of 10, says the guy who doesn't do C interviews. The rest of it's Owen Jossie's commented to you there. So, Oz Can, you're going to become, oh no, I've read these. So, how are we in the chat?
We've got Soundly's in here, suggesting people are going to take a look at his series of videos that prove curved water. He's offering to take still shots and put them in a Google Drive to share, so they can be analysed. That's fantastic, Soundly. Unfortunately, you're the only one that's got photos, and lots of people have cameras. So can we explain that one?
It's probably either meniscus or adhesion or surface tension. It'll be one of these fucking nonsense things, right? Bodies of water do not curve. Standing bodies of liquid do not curve. They do not conform to the exterior of shapes. We're not talking about a glass. The claim is not that the Earth's a glass or a bowl or a test tube, right? It's that it's a potato rock, circular ball-shaped potato with oceans clung around it like that, displaying the shape of the rock, the curve on its surface. Get a grip. Soundly, it's a lake, Dale, for fuck's sake. The water's no curved, for fuck's sake, man. Get the photo shared. Hurry up. That's the thing with these religious type people. They will desperately search and try and come up with any trickery, any kind of nonsense to just satisfy them, to then try and push that onto everybody else. Never mind your photographs soundly. Put the mouse pad, put the mouse down, right? Take 5 minutes break, take a deep breath, come back to your computer, and then go and research fluid mechanics. It's very basic physics, right? Once you do that, realise that you're totally full of nonsense, man. Okay? You could see it with your own eyes, Dale. See what? What about that? Are you fucking stupid? Right, enough of him. Until he produces the fucking pictures, don't give him any attention.
I've had a few people ask if you're going to open up the phone tonight, though.
Oh, shit. Give me 2 minutes. What time are we on actually? 5 to 11? What time did I start? That's 9. See, I've got another video here to get through some of the comments. So was it part 2? This was with the 2 German guys. Any comments? Do we have 241? I don't know if I'm going to get through these. If I don't, I'll just maybe go again on Sunday and I'll finish off responding to these comments just to catch up. So there'll be probably a couple other videos going up before that as well. So, Malcolm X, did one of the guys really mention SpaceX? Ha ha ha, it's not SpaceX, it's FakeX. Keep the good work, brothers. Cheers, Malcolm X. Martin Potter, just shows you that there is hope in our young if they are encouraged to think critically. A Baron boy, don't forget flatards, you need to wipe front to back. You don't want your vaginas also to get infected. Old Potter, heard that a million times. Is that the fucking best you've got? Flatards. Zachariah Williams, Dale, you should have an answer for why the lie. This comes up quite often in these topics, and it's a way to rebut what you're saying without any proof of their own beliefs. The simple answer to the question is our beliefs dictate how we behave. Big Brother is no longer the authority in the minds of the masses if we know the true nature of our world. If the earth is indeed flat, and let's say for argument's sake there is a firmament, this without a doubt proves that there is no need for government whatsoever because it's obvious proof of an architect. There's no accidents on flat earth. As it stands now, they teach and have us believe that there is no God and we are not special in any way. You know, still don't know, what special means. And that's the point. I will say to people if that comes up in the discussion, for me it's designed, it's a created thing. It was intended, and then I'll discuss with them for why. For me, that's, there is no other way to look at it, unless, of course, somebody can show spontaneous life, matter, energy, randomly organising itself and self-replicating and all this fucking stuff. Until then, I'm going to ignore them. Jessica Trom, absolutely love what you're doing. Keep it up. I'm going to start doing this here in Vancouver, BC area. Lots of universities here. Nice one, Jessica. Right, subscribe to these while I'm at it. Cody Stills, is that Mary Jane behind them? Ben Harkin, this has to be trolling, religious hope, mental illness, and or lack of education, sad times. No, not at all, man. I think you'll find that's you. You have been trolled. You have been subject to a religious cult that is known as heliocentrism. You were brainwashed into it, and now you're desperately trying to cling on to it and defend it. There are many people here who have broken free from that cult and that brainwashing. There's nothing to be scared of. Come and join us. Entropy, lack thereof. These young people can buy into what you're saying, but cannot believe their government and state would allow this to happen, and that's your main problem. Well, not really, because you ask people that and they don't trust the governments anyway. They know that they're fucking at it. I mean, people just need to take a look round about them. You know, what are these fucking arseholes actually doing to help people? Nothing. Fucking nothing. Oh, let's waste money and fucking everything, bar, you know, getting people further on in their lives, making people's lives easier. If this is where we're meant to be and we are actually stuck here, we could sort that. North Teesdale has such a way of speaking to people on a confrontational topic. Calm, rational and polite, study his language, demeanour and strive to implement it. Well, for me it's the only way. You know, if you want to get anywhere by speaking to people, you have to employ these methods and be aware of your mannerisms, as you know, you said there and I had said earlier on. Victor Castaneda, you brain flat, you godless faggot. Well, the earth must be a globe then, fuck's sake. David Smith, great interview, guys. Cheers, David. Sue H, utterly brilliantly done. Thank you, Dale, Gavin and John for spreading the truth. Cheers, Sue. Jake Sampson, this is really good, highly intelligent and civil, respectable conversation, unlike the shit that Neil and Brian spew out. Thanks. Well, it is, you know, we'll get any of these fucking. I've still got that message there about Brian Cox appearing in Edinburgh. I don't know if it's this week. I'll need to check that tonight, actually. Let's say we go and fucking jump in there and just heckle the fucking idiot. If he's not willing to engage in fucking civil discussion, if he was a real scientist, he would know that that's the case and that's the way it has to be. Instead, he's fucking remarks and ad homs and trying to play on people's emotions. He's a fucking manipulative sophist. He's part of the fucking problem. So, I vote that we fucking hijack these clowns every chance we get. Easy Rider. I just realised why this is so fascinating. It's two individuals from different cultures, ages and backgrounds having a respectful conversation, listening to each other and replying peacefully. This is ancient stuff. The content, but also the way these individuals converse, and then watching it on YouTube is really mind-blowing. Cheers, Easy Rider. You know, maybe it is ancient stuff. And I said before, if the history really is that long, you know, people would have figured these things out by now. That's why they removed, you know, this type of discussion and way of thinking from the mainstream curriculum, you know, because they don't want people having that proper education in order to bring them to that place of awareness so that they can conduct their lives in that manner and look at reality for what it is and pull, you know, lies apart so that people don't get away with it, you know. So hopefully it is a time for it to come back if it existed before, you know. Question everything. Fantastic work by Gardale and John, and Donnie and Jonas were great in terms of being open-minded and listening to all the points made. Excellent stuff. Huge respect. Peace, Joe. Thank you, Joe. That's question everything. West Coast Wisdom, another wow. More souls awakened, and for all the globetards, we really shouldn't call them that, you know, because then they're calling people like us flatards. You know, when you get into this whole dichotomy, false dichotomy again, it shouldn't really be about that. Don't contribute to it, and don't let them away with it. Yes, Awakened. If you have doubts, go research body language in any language. Gav, hats off to you, my man. Well proud of you and great respect for addressing the dudes in their native tongue. John, great camera work and commentary as usual. Faultless. Del, I know you hate it, but you are an inspiration. When I listen to you guys talking, you give me all the answers to those stuttering moments I know I will have when I try this again. Crashed and burned on the first one. Got a few flyers out this week in the paid posted envelopes. Wonder if the post person at the other end pops it in their pocket to look at it later. Looking forward to Saturday or midweek if you're around. Peace, stay level. Thank you, West Coast Wisdom. Costas 7Z. Infinite flat plane Earth is as insane as the Big Bang universe. The Earth is flat and domed and closed like a footstool for God. I mean, can you not see how ridiculous that is and why it contributes to the division and why we don't fucking get anywhere quickly? Right? Nobody knows exactly what the fuck it is, the full dimensions of the sky or the earth or anything else that's beyond. We need full exploration. Right? You don't know what's there, and I'm going to take a wild fucking stab in the dark and say that you got that from a religious book. And as I say, you're saying at the bottom there is no more land to discover. Flat Earth is a pointer for God. Aye. Maybe it's a pointer for you to wake the fuck up and to try and get out of here. Maybe it's that. Oligarch, that was awesome activism again. Thanks to Dale, Gav and John. Keep it up. Q, China, keep it up guys, thank you. Stephen McVeigh, really good video with well presented truth. Earth was really a globe, it would be easy to prove. You would think the struggle to do this would at least give globe clingers something to ponder. No, but it does to any kind of rational, honest person. But the sophists and these trolls who are actively about as we speak, you know, they have an agenda to push. Whether that agenda is for some institution or organisation, or whether it's a bias on their part, their insecurity, they're wanting to cling to a belief because it's so scary to let go of it, who the fuck knows. Either way, they are wrong. Meryl Beauregard, now they know. Plus, a beautiful thing, certainly is Meryl. Marco Lower, I, Delgav, John, I do believe you're getting good at this. Respect, fellas. Cheers, Marco. 33, I wish I had flat earth friends in real life. Well, there's people here. Well, maybe we'll all make friends and you'll have different friends to meet once we get this fucking shit over and done with. Hugh McDonald, NASA has the technology first, but breakaway scientists are making the real advancement. Peter's Guitar Lessons TV, anti-Semitic Jew hating at Glasgow University, disguised as flat earth nonsense. This should make the papers disgusting. This is part of what I'm going to talk about. Pete's Guitar Lessons TV, anti-Semitic Jew hating at Glasgow University. Where the fuck are you getting that? Again, just saying it, hoping to make it stick, hoping to build associations and then throw these phrases in here, these things, these comments, hoping to try and make it stick. Go and find anywhere on my videos there's anything like that. You fucking lying piece of shit. I'm going to leave that there to show the shit that we have to put up with fucking little fucking morons like you. Hugh McDonald, naive boys leave university now. Hugh McDonald, brilliant brother, why must there be an edge, infinite plane and then some? I want to go jumping in any band. you know, and watch these people who fucking do that. You know, that's deliberate. If they're intellectual and they're honest and they're clever and they're logical, they shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. They should be sitting saying, we don't know. There's no model. We don't know the full dimensions. I am that I am. We can't leave the sky. There is no other medium beyond it. Again, that's another claim that I can't agree with, because we do not know what the fuck is beyond anything. I, for one, you know, not a claim, feel that there's a possibility of inlets and outlets. For me, this is a fucking machine. It's mechanical, right? And it's nature. So, I really think that there's inlets and outlets somewhere. Don't know where. Algie, I always wondered why the space shuttles during re-entry didn't just go through the atmosphere nice and slow instead of at high speed, causing all kinds of friction and heat. In fact, that very question is what led me to Flat Earth several years ago. Edward, water can curve. Have you ever seen a water droplet? Gravity acts perpendicular to the ground at all points, so water won't flow. Aye, we hear all this stuff, Edward. Start providing practical examples, my man. Right? And the water droplet, please. You know, I really can't believe that people are still trying water droplets. Nobody's claiming the Earth's a water droplet fallen within another Earth. Nada Barton, just found your channel, pal. I was wondering, you know how they say it's gravity that causes the oceans to curve around a sphere? How is it then that the same effect occurs in space when they say NASA maintain there isn't any, or far lower than on Earth? So what are they saying is this: the same effect occurs with both, yet one doesn't have the same cause of the other? It makes no sense at all. People will know what I mean if they have seen the film Passengers. When the ship fails and it loses its artificial gravity, the pool Jennifer Lawrence is in becomes spherical in shape and she almost drowns, and when it is restored it becomes level again. How can the same effect on and around Earth happen twice without the same cause? Do you have an idea? And as you say, water reacts the same way no matter the volume used. You know, I mean, again, it's just getting into their mental fucking gymnastics, you know, about what happens in vacuums and what happens, you know, where's the vacuum, you know, and why are they showing us things that don't represent actual reality? None of these things that they're trying to show us happen here in reality, so it's totally irrelevant to what's happening in reality and how reality behaves, you know. Whatever they're up to, we don't see and witness that in everyday reality, so it doesn't apply here, you know. But I know what you mean, you know, it goes into a bubble. As I say, I just get annoyed and fed up with it, because I see people talking about vacuums and all these arguments, and they haven't even actually proved the first claim yet. Is it a vacuum? You know, right, okay, I'll take your claim that it's a vacuum. Right, so in order for me to actually think that that must be reality, can you show me a practical example of how that would be possible? No, I can't. Right, so it's no fucking reality then. Right? Rogue Remus, the plain T is obviously plan. Peter Dullo, is like the worst source in my opinion. I live in Germany too. I would say Germany are the less awoke people. I think it's, you know, everywhere, but who knows? I don't experience, you know, Germany every day, so I couldn't say. Hi, Dale, your family is German, mine too. Our families could have crossed paths. Yep, my father's side, my grandfather was a prisoner of war here. My Oma was Austrian, she came from Graz. So he was held in Uplamure, and they lived in a wee place called Neilston. Chilly's dad, great job, opened these young gentlemen's minds. Congrats to these two for using their critical thinking and taking the first step towards understanding. Have fun being open-minded. It's awesome, it certainly is. You let go of beliefs and realise what you know and what you don't know. It lifts a huge weight from you. You have clarity, you know, and then you can start to ground yourself. Levi Foster, you're getting good at these interviews and turning a lot of people's heads. Give it a month and these guys will be flat earthers. Respect. Zeus Scott, okay, bro. Activist News, thought provoking straight interviews, a great idea. Joan of Warham, it's good to see younger minds responding critically and intelligently. Such a relaxed atmosphere and such a beautiful setting. Thanks for keeping up the good work. May the road rise with you. Keep your lantern bright and don't be dissuaded by nonsense on the way. Thanks again, Joan. And wise words, very wise. Flat immaculate contraption, well done. Eric Dubai, around 25 minutes in, they are just speechless and dumbfounded as their entire reality crumbles around them and they get their first glimpses of reality that has been hidden from them. Really cool to watch, it certainly is. That's, as I say, I've said it earlier on, you know, that's part of the study for me, that social aspect, and even to be lucky enough to be in that position to experience that with people and to see it happen in front of you. It's fantastic. Ralph Farmer, if education really taught instead of indoctrinating, people would try to use logic and critical thinking to question the Big Bang, evolution, creationism, and the way the earth works and how. They are not taught but are forced to believe what they are told. I never did and still don't accept anything without proving or at least convincing myself of it. Thus I know we are created and the earth is stationary. But that's the huge point there, Ralph, you know. Direct realism, take things on your direct experience, you know, don't take anything on hearsay. You can have hearsay, don't believe it until you experience it. So good point. Stuart McKenzie, watch the fucker IPS Dell lad, some shite he's coming out with about you. I put him right in some lies he's spreading. Peace. Well, you know, we know he's spreading lies, and I'm going to get to that in a wee minute. You know, and how they're trying to portray people, they're trying to generalise. You know, somebody pointed out the anti-Semitic stuff. There's all these, you know, things that have been lumped in and attached. Now, some people could just be focusing on a subject and they have other subjects, and then somebody just uses that against them, you know, and it can be innocent. There could be other people there who are doing it deliberately in order to try and, you know, discredit. The point is that, you know, you just have to stick to the facts and separate the subjects. And anybody you're engaging with, point it out to them, you know. And as I say, I know that Itchy Bum has been spreading lies. You know, you can see the game there. As I say, I brought that up the last time about why certain characters are brought in and raised up to be popular. You know, what is it telling you about what is unfolding? Moose Hunter 47, great interviews as always, fellas, learning lots and becoming more confident in my knowledge each time. Cheers, mates. Consinity UK, Consinity. Keep waking people up, guys. Great work. Check my music. I tell truth in my tracks. Peace and power, knowledge seekers. I've subscribed. So that's Consinity, CONCINNITY UK. Silver Bill Dell. Next time, take a helium balloon with you and hold on to it. And when that gravity word is used, show them your magical gravity buster. Yeah, my anti-gravity device. Shanna Honia. Those guys seem nice, at least they listened and maybe going to look at it more. That's all we can hope for. Silver Bull, Dell, you would have 100k subs if you kept doing these. Go out once a week or twice, get enough of you to load one per day. Well, I'm not really in this to be popular and to be entertaining, to be honest with you, man. If subs are coming here and I'm popular, then the only reason I want that to be for is for the truth. When it starts venturing into me being an entertainer and just keeping viewers here for the sake of, you know, satisfying myself and having a bit of attention, then I've went a wrong path, I'm afraid, my man. So I'm only looking for progressive stuff, where I can take it to next. If I feel good and if moment's right, then I'm going to do interviews. I've got some things, as I say, coming up that I'm going to try. But I'm not going to start pumping out videos and going live every day and every fucking tours, trying to seek people's attention and establish myself as something popular. You know, you need to be suspicious of that behaviour, right? If I have to try and keep a voice in, another option for people, and it's getting that way, then I might just play their games and go live every fucking tours every day. You know? But it's not going to be so that I'm popular and I can watch my subs going up and I can get nice comments and be liked and all. No, it's because people trust me to tell the fucking truth and to represent the truth. That's what I'm interested in. And the people who can identify the truth and who stand by that and don't fuck about and threaten and try and undermine the truth. Thomas C. 4515, Gavin spricht Deutsch. Certainly does. Spank me very much. Many different sources tell us Earth is a globe. Who are these sources? Those who claim to have entered the man-made construct of space. Yeah. Paul Freeman, good work, totally enjoyed it. Cheers, Paul. Alex Davis, it would be funny if at the end of these vids, they explain that it was just a prank. Unfortunately, it's not a fucking prank. The prank has been played on us. They've made us think that we live in a cartoon. Harry Growler, what a great conversation to listen to. Donnie and Jonas will definitely see through the globe deception with their open minds and critical thought. Nice one, John, Gav and Del. Squirrel Sniper, top banana Del. The force was strong with those two. Another great BT. Thank you. Jebediah Springfield, anyone who's stood on a beach with a mighty ocean as far as one can see has to ask how strong a force would gravity have to be to hold these trillions of gallons of water to a spinning ball. The force required would also prevent birds from flying and you from taking a single step in any direction. You would be glued in one spot from such a required force, and one must also consider the opposing force of the Earth's spin. You're getting into real physics here, Jebediah. We're talking about the globe. Never mind what we can observe in reality and how things actually work in reality in regards to motion. You know, I mean, just believe in magic dust, visible forces. Come on. Living in the real world, there's hab there, sehr good gemacht, Dale and Gavin, respect. Next time you should try to get some physics or math students. Discussing with them would be tough though, since they are the most brainwashed and uncritical when it comes to their science. Studied physics myself many years ago, and since I've woken up to this issue some 10 years ago, I've tried to talk to quite a few of them without success. They tenaciously deny reality, and if they can no longer deny facts, they just walk away. That's exactly what we're seeing, and maybe that's what's happening with some of these trolls who we encounter quite a lot. They're just so hopelessly helpless to it that, you know, they can do nothing else but make a fucking pain in the arse of themselves, you know. Gavin seems to be a seldom exception in that regard. However, I have to disagree with your claims that the dimensions of Earth have not fully been explored. Antarctica is real, has been thoroughly mapped and crossed several times. We are no longer living in Rowbottom's time. Denying the continent of Antarctica as it's mapped, lying around the South Pole is, in my opinion, the most damaging fall to the flat Earth movement, and it is not needed anymore, since a very well, as of yet, unrefuted model has been existing. Well, I'm going to disagree. It's not about Del personally exploring Antarctica and blah, blah, blah. It's full exploration, you know. I don't know why you have a problem with that. Dan Dapp, I love your work, Del. Reminds me of what Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron have been doing in the States for years at universities. I have read this. Did I read this earlier? Did I read it? G-Dog, odd that they never interview anyone from the physics lab. Well, we're trying. We ask anybody random, hoping to meet any of these people. Right. I'm going to have to call it a day on the comment reading.
Apparently you've got text messages already, though, I think.
Right, I'm going to just switch the phone on right now.
I'll drop the number in the chat box for anybody that's thinking of bringing a message in. But I'm reliably informed you should be getting pinged about now.
Great, well, the phone's just going on, so I'll see. I'm getting another message from one of these trolls. You're a coward. I can prove the earth is round and that water on the earth curves. But you don't give a shit about critical thinking. You only care about your damn ego. For fuck's sake, standing bodies of water don't curve, you absolute moron. Get a fucking grip of yourself. Invite Quantum Hope in there. He does actual research. Or does Quantum Hope go and find jelly-like rotund oceans? Does he bring a scoop back that he can show us and that we can get a model and we can see how it all works? Shut up. Are you still a fucking coward? No, I'm just fed up with the same old fucking crap. Get one of your fucking buddies to go on camera and a film discussion face to face. Let's see what actual science they have got. Okay? But you know that you won't, and neither will Jem Panda, because every fallacy will be pointed out there and then, and they will have nowhere to escape. Right? So you're not coming on here to waste my time and anybody else's time who's listening. It's the same fucking crap. You're still going on about curvy bodies of water. Behave yourself. Right, to people that actually matter. I'm just going to read it from the first one. Hey there, if you're not busy, check out You Being Exposed live at the moment. Why? Could you not just tell me what's going on? I'll check it in a wee minute. Evening Dale, Kev here again. I've just come across Beyond Horizons. It's a line of sight world record distance photography. Currently the record is 440 kilometres. Massive proof the earth is flat, even at the elevation of 4,000 feet, which the photographer was taking the photograph. Subject should have been over 8 miles beyond the curve, which a good find I had to share with you. Wish you all the best, my friend. I'll need to check some of the figures out. But cheers for letting us know. Dale, I can see the Isle of Man clearly from the County Down coast. It's meant to be miles under the curve. Red Machine Kieran. The Independent said 7 out of 10 people support a one world, new world order government, and people wonder why we question everything. Cheers, Kieran. Hi Dale, it's Stevie STM. Do you guys plan on coming to the universities in Aberdeen? Give me a shout if you do. I would love to meet you guys. Peace. Well, there was actually talk of that at some point. We'll give you a shout out, or I'll actually message you if we're going to go to Aberdeen. Hey mate, Brad Lee here. Quick thing, gonna upload some basic vids, but we'd like to point the viewers, if any, your direction with your logo at the end of them. Is that okay? Peace. Got to give you the heads up in this fucked system. Thank you, man. I use whatever you need to use, and it's the same to anybody else. You can use whatever you need to use from this platform. As I say, you know, pointing people to the sources is always good. And that's what we should stick to. So I appreciate it, and as I say, anybody can use whatever they like. You don't even need to ask, just use it. As long as you put it back to the sources, then that's fine. That's all anybody can ask. Dale, you have the patience of a saint, pal. The trolls would boil my brains. You keep up your good work, Dale. Appreciate it. Appreciated here, pal. Nez, cheers, Nez. You need to have patience, but sometimes I just like to vent at them. You know, sometimes, you know, I've absolutely got no patience for stupidity. And when they keep coming back with the same stupid, it fucking grates on you. Way to go, Dale. Cheers. That was 60-year-old Bricky from Blackpool. It's always level.
Did you say 60-year-old Bricky?
Aye.
Well, he'd fucking know, mate.
Hi, Dale. It's Consanity UK. Other than the activism in my own life, is there any way I could be more active in this community? Peace and love, brother. No, just by supporting and representing the truth. That's all you can really do. And to say, if you're making videos and putting stuff out there to represent that, then by all means, it's all good. So, what time are we on? 11:30. As I say, I'm probably get back on Sunday or something and I'll finish off these comments. But I'm going to spend a wee bit of time here in the chat and see what's going down. Hang on, I'll be there in a wee second. So, I'm getting a wee bit tired, so I don't want to mumble too much about these other subjects. I'll maybe come back to it. But we need to be careful of what's going on with these characters and what they're going to try and push. Whether it be an angle to try and ridicule, as I say, I've thought about that. And thanks to good people out there who are getting out and spreading the word, I think it's too far gone for them to, you know, try and shut it down and still push the globe. I think the globe is going to be dismantled regardless. It's what's going to come after that that's an issue for me. You may still try and push the globe, but tell you it's enclosed or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Magumba up late at night, Dale, I certainly am. I'm starting to wear down now. But I'd imagine there'll be other hangouts for people to run to. But this is the thing, people. Remember, if there's people in business that are selling faulty goods and they're charlatans, and you keep going and buying from that shop, you're supporting that so that they can keep selling faulty goods to other people. So just fucking remember that, right? Anyway, I'm going to call it a night, I think, guys, because I'm done in and I'm going to save it for Saturday. Be back. The links will be open for anybody to come in. It's the People's Voice on a Saturday. The phone will be on from the start if you want to phone or text message. So anybody else who wants to come in beforehand or whatever, you can let us know. GMX, nocurve@gmx.com. Nothing else, is there? What's happening in the chat there, Marshall? Anything?
Nothing particularly of note, dude, as we're going, but then again, I'm starting to get a little bit distracted now. It's past my spliff time, dude.
Uppercut, if they admit, Dale, then there will never be another opportunity for them to get away with it ever again. Well, no, if you can get people up into a frenzy. As I say, a lot of the religious communities are waiting for a scenario, whatever it might be. And for me, you know, there may be a deception in that. I don't know. As I say, this has never happened before. It's hard to try and get a gauge on every aspect of it, but one thing's for sure, just stick to the facts and don't believe anything that they fucking tell you. Try not to act on your emotion, you know? So, Thanks, guys. Marshall, thanks again for the night. Magumba, Jonah Worms, everybody who watched, everybody in chat, appreciated it. I'll be back on Saturday, 7:30. Keep at them, people. Peace. See you then. Cheers, Marshall.